American voters elected Donald Trump as president primarily to fix the economy.
My economy was much better under him than it is now.
It's important for him to get back in office, for me, to help our economy to get back to where we were.
But the economy Trump is inheriting today is quite different from the one he inherited from President Barack Obama 8 years ago, and he faces many new challenges.
Trump took office in 2017 amid a relatively benign economy. There had been slow but steady growth out of the Great Recession, which ended in 2009, and Trump caught that wave. So that was a period of relatively low inflation. Job growth was improving.
There was also a boom in hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, which increased domestic oil and natural gas production. Consumers' gas bills went down. Some also benefited from Trump's 2017 tax cuts.
Our economy is the envy of the world, perhaps the greatest economy we've had in the history of our country.
But then came the global pandemic of 2020, crippling the U.S. economy and sparking the highest inflation since 1981. President Joe Biden, near the end of his term, defended his handling of the recovery.
And all told, in 4 years, we've created 16.6 million new jobs, the most of any single presidential term in history.
But consumers are still dissatisfied, and analysts say the pandemic may have inflicted long-term damage.
COVID changed things in ways that I don't know if they're permanent, like they're going to be here forever, but they changed ways that are definitely affecting the economy today.
They include a higher inflationary environment and explosion of the national debt, which could make it harder for Trump to repeat his tax cuts or pass other legislation that would run up the deficit. That said, the economy has come a long way since Trump left office 4 years ago.
Trump has inherited a good economy. There's no doubt about it. We've got, job growth just continues to surprise everybody. We had another blowout employment report for the month of December, and inflation has been coming down. So the trends are going in Trump's direction, and the main challenge for Donald Trump is just don't blow it, man.
But many economists fear his proposed tariff hikes on China, among others, could do just that, spike inflation. In addition, critics say his plan to deport undocumented immigrants en masse could hamper growth. And then there's another factor: climate change.
Certainly, we are seeing a lot more consequences of climate change, and they're a lot more palpable, I think, to people even than they were 8 years ago.
Think of the deadly wildfires in Los Angeles or the devastating floods in North Carolina last year. Such disasters can affect the economy in many ways, from destroying agricultural crops and infrastructure to disrupting supply chains.
Some of these things tend to be local, regional, state issues, but ultimately financial liability, can end up on the federal government's doorstep.
But as voters eagerly await Trump to shake up the economy, a word of caution.
The reality is that the president just does not control the economy as much as any president likes to believe. There are always a mix of factors that contribute to whether people feel good or bad about the economy, and for the most part, they don't have to do with anything the president does.